What if we go from this low point up to 105 weeks to break above 70K? Well, that means that we could see Bitcoin break $70,000 in June 2024.
Probably the most intense intro I've ever filmed on this channel, but it was fitting because Carl predicted that the price of Bitcoin would reach $70,000 in Q2 of this year perfectly. I was shocked by his analysis, so I decided to bring him back onto the channel and ask him if he believes that today is still a good time to be going all in into Bitcoin, and where does he expect the price of Bitcoin to go in 2024. If that sounds interesting, then smash up the like button because you're not going to believe his answers. And we'll kick off the interview with how did he get the price action so correct? Over to you, Carl.
I think I was a little bit lucky to get it exactly perfect this time because making it exactly like that is very unlikely, because cycles they all always look the same or like similar, but it's not an exact copy. It's like this famous saying, they don't I mean they don't exactly repeat, but they rhyme. So I think that's super true with the crypto cycles, the Bitcoin cycles. But this time, yeah, I called it exactly perfect, exactly as predicted. And obviously, I made a lot of money from that by stacking a lot of Bitcoin down at $20,000, even lower actually. I think that video, when it was uploaded, Bitcoin was at 20,000. Just a couple of weeks earlier there, I think it was down at 16,000, and that's when I put in a actually a long position. Long story short, I just think it goes to show that the cycles, they repeat, they rhyme, and you can actually make money from looking at the bigger time frame. And one thing which is very interesting with all markets is that the most amount of money is made on the longer time frame because that's where the smart money is. The dumb money tend to be on the like 1 day chart, the 15-minute chart. They go in and they want to have like a they want to make money in 2 days. But the smart money, the patient money, they make money over time. They look at the weekly, the monthly. They play cycles, the cycles game, and on that time frame, you can actually make wealth.
I agree. And, when you look at the price of Bitcoin on the halving cycle chart, do you think that $60,000 is a good entry point for investors?
I definitely think so because if you keep this chart open now, what you can see here is that these dotted lines, the orange lines, are obviously the halvings. And if you bought at the previous halvings, you almost always immediately made money. Actually, all three previous halvings, you immediately made money on the monthly time frame. Like it only took you like 1 or 2 months to already be in profit, and the remaining 10 or 12 months after that, you made multiple X's on your investment. And I don't see any reason why this halving should be different. So right now we just left the halving. So it was a few months ago, but in the bigger scope of things, we just had the halving, meaning that now is truly the perfect time to accumulate Bitcoin. I am putting everything in Bitcoin, like all my money right now, everything I can see, I put into Bitcoin. A couple of weeks ago, I put another $2 million into Bitcoin. If I make money, boom, Bitcoin. Like I try to avoid selling Bitcoin to buy things.
What would you say to people that believe that the price of Bitcoin now is too expensive? And what would you say would be your price target for the end of 2024?
I think Bitcoin below 500K is still a very good price. When Bitcoin goes above 2 million, 3 million, $4 million, now we're starting to see a pretty expensive Bitcoin. At that point, it might not even be too late, but it's definitely not going to give you the biggest gains. Maybe then you see a 2x, 3x, which is something. But now you can make 10x, you can make 20x. Like if you're really lucky, we can still get like dozens of X on Bitcoin if you hold it for the next 20, 30 years, which is incredible. Let's say this, Bitcoin will be way more expensive 1 year from now than it is today, way more. So just accumulate as much as you can because that's all you really need to know. You're going to make money.
What about portfolio? I mean, I think if you buy Ethereum, from my experience, you will get a higher percentage return compared to Bitcoin. So, how would you split your portfolio up? Is there a particular balance you have, or are you all in into Bitcoin?
Well, I think obviously with Ethereum, you could actually make more multiples in this cycle, especially right now when just like you pointed out, it is lower now in terms of its relative price than Bitcoin is. But you are taking a risk there because maybe it doesn't work out like that, you know? So sure, you could make more money. So the risk is higher and the reward is higher potentially. But personally, I think, you know, when you're talking about all your wealth, I think try to minimize risk and keep the same kind of reward. With Bitcoin, you're still gonna get, you know, huge rewards with almost no risk. So why don't you just take the almost no risk with still big rewards? I think the ratio, the risk reward ratio is better with Bitcoin, in my opinion. So that's why I put all my money in Bitcoin, a little bit in Ethereum, but not as much. And altcoins, I have a bunch as well, but yeah, my vast majority is still Bitcoin for sure, like 80%.
Well, that's everything. So thank you, Carl, for coming on. Thank you to you guys for watching the video. If you have any questions, then let me know in the description. Not in the description, but in the chat section. I'll also ask Carl, and we'll make a part 2 of this video where he gives an exact price target and an exact time for where we can reach that target in the future. But that's it for now. Make sure to stay tuned for a Bitcoin price update that's coming very soon. And check out these videos if you've not had the chance to already. See you guys soon.